To welcome Nelly Korda, our defending champion here at Bradenton Country Club. Nelly, home game for you.
Yeah.
How excited are you to defend your, drive-on title here right in front of the home crowds?
Yes, I thought Rose was defending champion.
Rose is defending champion of the Founders Cup, but you're the course's defending champion.
Yeah.
We're differentiating.
It feels great. It's nice it's kind of weird sleeping in my own bed. I feel like my routine's a little off, but it feels great to be back here. I have not been in this area in a year, though. So I live like 45, 50 minutes away, but my parents are 15 minutes. So many of my friends have already asked for tickets, so that's probably the most exciting part of playing in my hometown is having all the local support.
Mm-hmm. I was going to ask who we could expect to support you this week, but you just answered that.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping you can take us back to maybe a year ago when you were here and some of those like key moments, especially in that final round. I know you really dug deep. What do you remember the most from that year, from last year?
Yeah, I mean, gosh, I just couldn't get really anything going on Sunday, and then my last two holes, I mean, to go eagle birdie, especially with the pin on 18, was pretty incredible. I mean, I don't know where I pulled that out of, but I did. But, you know, it made me realize that even though Jay did say that there's no chance that I could win going to 17T, that even though there's a bunch of adversity, you know, anything can happen in golf.
Mm-hmm. I know you sort of denied Lydia her early Hall of Fame entry.
Yeah.
She's in now, but do you guys ever joke about it, talk about it?
I feel better now.
Good.
No, we didn't. I did send her a message after the playoff, though. And, you know, we've been friends for a really long time. We've played in so many groups together throughout our careers on tour, and she's always someone that I really enjoy talking to and playing with, so there's no bad blood. I hope on my side there's not, but I don't know about hers.
All right, Beth Ann, go ahead.
You mentioned friends coming out. Do you have any non-golf friends who come out to watch that really have no idea what it is that you exactly do?
Yeah, well, my best friend, she was a tennis player, Clara. She was out here last year, and she told me I almost gave her a heart attack. So it's the same with my parents. But yeah, typically a lot of my friends are athletes that, you know, they understand that when you don't talk to them for 2 or 3 weeks, it's just because I'm busy and traveling. So a lot of my friends are just athletes.
So there was a meeting last night, and slow play was discussed. Can you tell me your initial thoughts on the new program?
Finally, yeah. I'm very excited about it. I think that's one of the things that I've just noticed over my time on tour is that, you know, we used to go from 5 hours, under 5 hours, to now it's just 5.5, typically our rounds. So I think that implementing harsher rules is just going to be good for the game of golf, because they were saying at the meeting, I mean, at the end of the day, like, we're a form of entertainment. So if we're taking really long out there, I mean, that's not entertaining.
What would you say was the general reaction in the room to the policy?
I would say it was pretty positive around, yeah. No one really, I think it was more of people were asking how the rules officials time exactly. Like, what if a rules official times, they don't see the ball still moving on the green, and they start the timer, but it's not your necessarily time to hit because the other person theoretically, the ball is still moving, right? So your time shouldn't start yet. So there were just questions about that, but I think over time that's going to be ironed out, and, you know, I think everyone's just, it's going to be better for everyone that the rounds are going to be moving a little faster.
Thank you.
Nelly obviously got your week started off last week at a place that you clearly love. I mean, what, 5, 6 top fives at that golf course. After last season, I know everybody probably has so many expectations, and I know you do a really good job of blocking those out, but did it just feel good to play as good as you did last week, maybe with some of those expectations coming into the 2025?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I really enjoy playing golf and traveling, and especially getting to do that in front of my family, and I think having my parents there too, and then Jess on the weekend, just kind of disconnected me from golf when I was not on the golf course too. But there's just something about having your people there and their support that just kind of eases you a little bit more. But to get that first tournament kind of under my belt and know that that what I worked on kind of in my little short off season was good.
I know you talked a lot about confidence, and you seem like you have plenty of it on the golf course and carry yourself a lot of confidence. How confident are you this week? I mean, coming back to obviously hometown, like you said, playing in front of your hometown crowd, but also just playing here and having won here in spectacular fashion last year.
Yeah, confidence is funny with golf. I mean, it can take forever to build, but you can lose it immediately. So typically, I just try to really, for me, the best thing to do is to just dial in on the shot that I have right in front of me. And if I concentrate on that and that only, I think that I don't really struggle too much with my confidence. Where I start to get a little bit iffy with my confidence is when I start to listen to the outside noise and to think ahead of myself or what I'm going to do with the next shot. That's when I start to kind of lose my confidence and more of my concentration.
Obviously here at the Founders Cup, and we always talk about the importance of the 13 founders while we're here,
Yeah.
but what you've been doing on the golf course is taking what they started and really growing it and pushing it forward. How proud are you just to contribute to that legacy as the LPGA enters its 75th year and enters its Founders Cup this week?
My favorite thing about playing out here and getting to do what I do for a living is growing the game and inspiring the next generation. If a kid comes up to me during the round, I will always sign their hat, pin flag, anything. That's just kind of my favorite thing about this game. And hopefully, the 13 pioneers that grew our game to what it is today, hopefully we can all continue to do that for the years to come.
Anyone else? Steve? Megan?
Hi.
Hi.
Obviously, you've been playing the Founders Cup for quite some bit here on tour. I wanted to know if there was any kind of Founders moment that you remember or that sticks out in your mind, anything with Shirley or Marilyn while they were still with us.
Yeah, honestly, for me, it was just seeing them in Arizona back then on the 18th green and kind of embracing with them. And I didn't really get to know them too well, but seeing them come out and support us and to say how proud they are of us was always really nice to hear. And obviously, they took our tour this far, and hopefully we can continue doing that for them, taking it further and further.
This tournament also typically celebrates pioneers. I'm wondering if there's an older player who's been especially influential to you, maybe a Hollis.
Yeah, Hollis for sure, because we kind of live in the same area. She's a member out here. Meg Mallon and Beth Daniel, I love them. They're the greatest. And then I played the Kathy Whitworth Invitational growing up, so I really liked getting to know and spending a little bit of time with Kathy. And growing up, we actually exchanged a few messages here and there. So, but probably the people that I talk to the most are Meg and Beth. Yeah, they're the greatest.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh, one more? Okay, nope, we're done. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Nelly.
Thanks.
Oh, wait. Sorry, Jill.